so mad. I want to jump in that book and just, if you know anything, you know this is the superior beverage. Do you live under a rock? Oh, this is a name that I don't think I say right, but this bitch. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Caffeinated Chaos with Cassie, where we yap fitness and books and how to survive this chaotic ass life that we are living. Today is going to be books. I have a feeling a lot of these videos are going to be book focused, so I hope that you stay along and hang out because your girl loves to yap about books and I just don't have enough friends to yap to about them. That's where we come in, right? We can talk books whenever we want. Today, we're going to talk about who I think the top 10 baddest bitches of my reads. We're going to list my top 10 favorite FMCs or female main characters from books or book series that I've read. I realized it was really hard to narrow it down to 10 while making this list. I'm gonna put out there that my top 5 are pretty solid. I don't see them moving around much, but then number 6 to 10, those were hard to decide who went in those places. It was pretty hard. So we are gonna start at the bottom because we're gonna save the best for last, of course. Well, why wouldn't we? If you know anything, you know this is the superior beverage. Just put that baby right here. Okay, so we're gonna start out with number 10, all right? Number 10 is gonna be Sabrina Gallo from the Kingsmaker series by Sophie Lark. She is the FMC in the 5th book, Graduation now. I have the indie published version. The Kingsmaker series as a whole is a great series. I loved it. It's a second generation series where you follow the kids to mafia families that go to this school that's on an island where they learn their role in the mafia world essentially. And Graduation, or Sabrina's story, doesn't actually take place at the school. That one does take place in Russia for the most part, which was a super cool element. Also, she is just she's smart, she's hot, she's confident, she's chaotic, she's a freaking fighter, and I just love her. Okay, so that is why she made it on number 10. I read that really early on, getting heavy back into reading in adulthood, and that series will forever stick with me. For number 9, I went with Rune Winters from the Crimson Moth duology. I ate that duology up, okay? I literally read the first book, Heartless Hunter, in less than 24 hours and ordered for Target pickup the second book, Rebel Witch, while I was in the last 100 pages because I was I cannot not continue this story. Ate it up. Loved her. She was a sneaky little bad bitch and I freaking loved it. Essentially, this is set in a time that reminded me of medieval times, and she is a witch in hiding because witches are not allowed to be witches where she's at, and she's helping save other witches, and her code name is Crimson Moth. It is a romance story, so there is that element, but her story stands on its own. I loved it. The romance was great, but her story to me was also just amazing on its own. I'm trying to keep this video very spoiler free, so we're not going to go into major details, but if you like witchy books, read that duology if you haven't, because it is really good. It's going to stress me out that I may say names wrong during this. Okay, so please don't come for me. At number 8, we have Bryce Quinlan, and I feel like I'm saying her name wrong, which is a crime if I am, okay, so I'm sorry. But from Crescent City, when I first read Crescent City, I was kind of a little hater. I thought they were really good and I rated them 4 stars, and the third book 5 stars, but I still just had this about Bryce. But then when I read it the second time around this past summer, I think I read it, I loved her. I loved her in Hunt. I mean, I'm still definitely a Rune girly. I just really loved her character and personality and the trauma. I saw her differently this time. I think it helped that I hadn't read any Sarah J. Maas in a long time. Whereas the first time around, I read that after I had read all of Throne of Glass and all of ACOTAR, back to back. It was probably just a lot of that writing. I felt it was a little repetitive and character personalities and whatnot, and I think that's why when I read it the second time around, she's made it to number 8 on my list because I think she is such a badass, and the fact that she went through all the trauma and just the way her childhood was with her daddy issues and brother older brother issues, is still just such a cool person. I just love her. If you don't know what Crescent City is, do you live under a rock? It's an urban fantasy, and it has vampires, werewolves, little sea otters that deliver mail, like witches. It has everything. It's an amazing world. There's a lot to it. They're big books, but totally worth the read. That's all I'm gonna say. Because honestly, if you don't know what it is already, I don't want to spoil it. I want you to go in freaking blind and just eat that shit up, because you will. This next baddie, Lana Myers from the Mindfuck series. My girl, she's out for revenge. She had some traumatic shit happen to her because, you know, men can be gross sometimes. Traumatic ass event that she's going to exact revenge. You're seeing her point of view / the FBI profile, so it gives you a little like Spencer Reed vibes, like Criminal Minds. I eat up a forbidden romance, okay? Eat it up. And this one was great. She is a badass, and the things that she did to these people, loved it. Chef's kiss, because they fucking deserved it. It would be a crime if this one did not land on this list somewhere, okay? I am in my Throne of Glass reread. If you didn't watch my last episode that I give you like what I'm reading, watching, all those lovely things, check it out. I'm in my Throne of Glass reread, so it would be a literal crime to not have someone from those books. But this bitch, she's my bitch, okay? Manon Blackbeat sits at number 6. The fact that she was raised to be despicable and then comes out to be one of my favorites, and like, I love her. I can't believe the first time I read the books, I was like, who is this? Why am I reading this point of view? This is boring. Little did I know. If you, once again, don't know what Throne of Glass is, do you live under a rock? Okay, because Sarah J. Maas has taken the world by storm. You either love her or you hate her. That's how I feel. I love her books, so we're just going to talk about them. I'm not saying I love her as a person. I don't know her as a person. Maybe I would love her. Maybe I would hate her. I don't know. That's how I feel. Great series, and Manon is that bitch, okay? She is that bitch. I'm having fun. Okay, anyways, we're going to go with number 5. All right, number 5 is a very recent read of mine, but I fell in love with this girl. I think that her smarts made her the baddest baddie ever, and then the fact that she won the heart of a man who's out to her. Like, girl, you got something to you. Okay. Also, I don't know why, but she gave me like Felicity vibes, and I am an Arrow stan. All right. And I love me some Felicity. And this would be Morana Vitalio from the Darkverse series. She is the main female character in the first 2 books. Okay, and like a key element to the entire story. This is a dark mafia romance that is one that like I haven't read like before, because that I've read have been standalones, interconnected standalones, and this one wasn't. Like, you couldn't just pick up one of them and read. You needed to read it from book 1 to book 5 or book 6. I think there's 6 books to get like to know what was going on. Like, they were very much like followed the timeline in the order, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. It is about mafia. There are 2 different like mafia branches. I don't want to spoil anything for you, so I don't want to like necessarily tell you, but if you are into dark mafia romance, read it, because that's another one that I ate it up. Now we're getting down and dirty. We are on number 4. My number 4 lady, and this one shouldn't be a shock if you know me. Shouldn't be a shock. It's funny that I'm wearing this and Violet is actually not on my list. That was just a random thought that popped in my head. Maybe I should have wore a different sweater. Getting distracted. Number 4 lady, Darcy Vega from Zodiac Academy. I am a Tori and Darcy girly. Okay, I love both of them. Not equally. Zodiac Academy is about 2 sisters who are like in the human world, end up getting pulled over into the Fae realm because they were supposed to be in the Fae realm. They come from like nothing, poverty, stricken, miserable life over in the human world to find out that like they are somebody. Now they just have to make it through this academy and like earn their money and their place in the world that they're supposed to have. If you are someone who is like particular about the writing in the book, don't read it. Do not read it. However, if you're here for a good time, if you're here to kick and giggle your feet, pick up Zodiac Academy. And I hope you love it like I did. However, if you're not here just for a good time, this one's not for you. But I love Darcy. Her and Lance's relationship is something special. She will always have a place in my heart. Number 3, we are getting so close to number 1. Once again, if you know me or you follow me on TikTok, if you don't, you should. You're not going to be surprised. Oh, this is a name that I don't think I say right. Oren Turley from the Plated Prisoner series. God tier series for me. God tier series. Only if you like dark fantasy, because that one is a dark fantasy. There is trauma. Check the trigger warnings. It is a Midas retelling, the Gold Touch Midas. I was excited to read it because of Fortnite. Like, my kid plays Fortnite, and I was like, I love Midas in Fortnite, like the way he's portrayed. I did not even realize he was from mythology. I just thought Fortnite made him up. So like, when I got my hands on this book, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna love this. I love a good retelling. God tier series for me. Now, as a whole, those characters, I love them. She is my number 3 lady because she has some flaws. Okay, those first couple books, I was like, girly, what the heck? And then I grew to be like, girly, what the heck? Okay, all right. So like I said, if you are a dark fantasy girly, please go read the Plated Prisoner series. Okay, so we're not even going to pretend to be surprised that Sarah J. Maas landed multiple characters on this list. Okay, we're not going to be surprised. At number 2, we have my girl Nesta. Nesta is controversial, and I understand that. I understand Nesta is not for everyone. 1000% for me. Nobody's perfect. She's far from it, but her, and then her and Cassian. A Court of Silver Flames was by far my favorite. Like, I would wear her skin if I could. Okay? Like, if I'm going into that world, that is who I want to be. She got the number 2 spot. If you don't know about Akatar, I'm sorry. We're not even gonna touch on it. Just please get out from under that rock you're in. How do you not know? Took the world by storm. There's giant books of it in Barnes & Noble. And now for what you've all been waiting for. Number 1. Who is the number 1 girly? Tori Vega. I told you I love them both. I told you I love them both, and not equally, because Tori is that bitch. I love her. She makes me mad. She makes me so mad. I want to jump in that book and just, okay? I'm not saying I don't. If I could be anyone, it would be her. Love her so much. Love her attitude. Love who she ends up with. And honestly, like, she gives me the best feelings. I'm obsessed with her. I am obsessed with her. Zodiac Academy is a great series. Like I said, if you're here for a good time, go read it because it's a good freaking time. Okay, I'm fighting every bit of me to reread it because I'm like, I'm doing a reread right now. I can't reread another huge series like that. That would be crazy. But as soon as I get a couple new books under my belt, we're going to reread that one. We're going to reread that one and Plated Prisoner in 2026 because your girl's obsessed. I love them. And I'm freaking sure this list will be ever changing forever. However, I am really confident that these top 5 are going to stay that way for a long time. Like, someone's going to have to come rock my fucking world to knock one of these ladies out of the top 5. Okay, so we'll see. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. If you made it this far, I freaking love you. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.